Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jacqui and today we're doing a Vinyasa flow focused all about the core. We're going to build strength, tone up, and use our core to help us find stability through our entire yoga practice in all the poses that we do. So let's just dive right in. Come join me on the mat and we'll get started. Alright, let's start in a comfortable seat and we'll just take a few moments to breathe and arrive on the mat. So close your eyes, roll your shoulders back and down, ground down through your sit bones, relax your knees down, and concentrate on taking deep inhales into your belly and long, slow exhales. Deep inhale and long, slow exhale. If there are any distractions around your mat, any thoughts on your mind, any sounds, sensations happening, take the next few breaths in silence and try to let those fade into the background. And whenever you feel ready, slowly blink open your eyes and then extend your legs out in front. Just coming into a gentle forward fold to start off with. Soften through the knees and then walk the hands forward and fold yourself over. Just a few breaths here. You can round through your spine. No need to be active in the legs this time round. Just let your entire upper body hang down. And on the next breath, coming back up. Take your right leg, cross it over the left thigh, sole of the foot on the mat. Hug the right knee close to your chest with your left arm. And then take the right arm up to the sky. Twist your body and then place it down on the mat behind you. Breathe in, see if you can sit up even taller. And then breathe out. Start to twist a little bit through your spine. You might even like to take your head over your right shoulder. Breathe in to lengthen upwards. Breathe out, twist. Breathe in, lengthen. And breathe out, twist. On the next breath in, coming back to the center and then swapping sides. Left foot comes over the right thigh. Hug the knee close with your right elbow. Breathe in, left arm up to the sky. Breathe out, twist. Left hand comes down. Breathe in, sit up taller. Breathe out, maybe take your head over your left shoulder. Breathe in nice and tall. And breathe out, twist. One more breath, breathe in. And next breath out, come back to center. Bring the soles of the feet together into your butterfly pose. Bring the feet a little bit closer to your hips. Hold on to your feet. And then breathing out. You're going to tuck the chin and then think about bringing the crown of the head down towards your feet. So we're rounding through the spine. Keep the elbows in. Couple of breaths here. Thinking about sinking the top of your head down to your feet. And on the next breath in, roll yourself back up and make your way to all fours. Starting off with a few cat and cows in this position. Knees underneath hips, wrists underneath shoulders. Breathe in, drop the belly, lift the tailbone high, roll the shoulders back, open through your chest, and lift the head so you get a nice stretch through the front of your neck. Breathing out, Action starts from the belly, so you want to scoop in, and that's going to help you tuck the chin and the tailbone under. Press the floor away with your hands, and then press the shoulder blades up to the sky. Breathing in, dropping the belly back down, open through the chest, lift tailbone and head high. Breathe out, scoop in through the belly. That action pulls your tailbone down and your chin down. A couple more times with your own breath, taking any other movements that you feel you need. And one last round, wherever you are, breathing in and breathing out. Next breath, come back to a neutral spine. Extend the left leg out behind you, flex the foot, and just make sure that the left hip is pointing down to the mat and it's not hiked up. And then take the right arm extended out in front of you. Use your core to help you stabilize so you're not wobbling around. And then breathing out, same action as in our cat pose. Action starts from scooping in the belly, engaging through the core, and that's going to draw your knee and elbow to touch underneath your body. Press the floor away with your left hand and your right knee, and press the shoulder blades up to the sky. Breathe in, extend the leg and the arm. Breathe out, this time we come to the side. Left knee comes to the side, right arm also to the side. Working on the obliques. Breathing in, extend nice and long. Breathing out, scoop the belly, knee to elbow. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out to the side. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out, scoop the belly and knee and elbow touch. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out to the side, one last time. Breathe in, extend. And breathe out, bring the knee and hand back down. Take a little movement here, whatever you need, before we come to the next side. Alright, when you're ready, extend the right leg out long behind you. Make sure the hip is pointing down to the mat, flex the foot, and then extend the left arm up. Breathe out, scoop the belly in, and then bring the knee and elbow to touch. Breathe in, extend long. Breathe out to the side. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out, knee and elbow touch, scoop up to the belly. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out to the side. Breathe in, extend. One last time. Breathe out. Into knee and elbow. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out to the side. And then extend. And come back down. Tuck the toes under. And then hover the knees off the mat just a few centimeters. Press the shoulder blades up to the sky. Lift up through your core. Nice and long through the neck. Holding for 5. 4. Keep pressing the floor away. 3. Keep breathing. 2. And 1. Lift the hips up to the sky. Downward facing dog. Take a moment here just to walk out your feet. Make any movement that you need. Catch your breath. Ground down through the feet. And on the next breath, walking the hands towards the feet so you end up at the back of your mat. Soften through the knees, hold on to opposite elbows, take a ragdoll here. You can sway from side to side. And on the next breath, release the hands down, soften through the knees, and roll your body up. Your head is the very last thing to come up. And when you reach the top, take a deep breath in, reach the arms to the side as wide as you can, and then all the way up to the sky. Breathing out, fold forward, draw the hands down through the heart center. Hands come down to the mat. You can either bend the knees or keep them straight, and then walk yourself out into a plank position. So just find that plank position, engage the core, tuck the pelvis under slightly so you haven't arched through the spine and lifted the bum up. So everything is nice and strong. Press the floor away, shoulder blades up to the sky, and then try not to break the line by looking down or looking too far up with your neck. So one long line from the crown of your head all the way down to the heels of your feet. On the next breath, turn to one side. We'll turn to the right. Right hand stays down. Left arm reaches up. Side plank. You can also come down to your knees if you want to. And do this on your knees. And then left hand comes down. Come back to the center. And then out the side. Right arm reaches up. Either on your knees or in your full side plank. One more time each side. Breathing out back to plank. Breathing in. Reach the left arm up. Keep the hips lifted as well. Breathing out back to high plank. Breathing in. Right arm reaches up. Breathe out back to high plank. And then walk the hands back to your feet. Roll yourself up. Arms reach up to the sky. Breathing out. Fold yourself down. Walk out into your plank. Straight into your next set. Breathing in. Pivot to the side. Left arm reaches up. Breathing out. High plank. Breathing in. Right arm up. Remember, you can also do this on your knees. Breathe in, left arm up. Breathe out, back to plank. Breathe in, right arm up. Breathe out, back to plank. And then walk your hands back to your feet. Breathe in, roll yourself up. Arms reach all the way up to the sky. Breathing out, fold yourself forward. Walking back out into plank. One last set, you've got this. Breathing in, left arm reaches up. Breathe out, high plank. Breathe in, right arm. Breathe out, plank. Breathe in, left arm. One more time each side. Breathe out, plank. Breathe in, right arm reaches up. Breathe out, plank. Holding here. On your knees or with the knees lifted for 5. 4, keep breathing. 3, keep pressing the floor away. 2, and 1, coming down chaturanga. So you can bring your knees down or keep them off. Shift the weight forward over your hands. Lower down halfway. And then breathing in into your cobra. Roll the shoulders back, bring the hips on the mat. Try and find that stretch through the front of your body. And then breathing out, downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up. Take a few breaths here. Option also to come into child's pose whenever you feel like it. Keep pressing the floor away. Tilt the tailbone up to the sky while you're here. One more breath. And on the next breath in, lift your right leg up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Keep the right foot flexed and the right hip pointing down to the mat. Breathing out. Bring the right knee into the chest. Shift the weight forward over your hands. See if you can keep that knee lifted as high as you can. And then breathing in, 3-legged dog. Breathing out, right knee comes to the right elbow. Shift the weight forward over the hands. Breathing in, 3-legged dog. Breathing out, right knee crosses over to the body, to the left armpit. Shift the weight forward over the hands. Lift up through the core. Breathing in, 3-legged dog. Breathing out, right knee into chest. This time place the foot in between the hands, coming into your high lunge. Breathe in, sweep the arms up to the sky. Find stability through your legs. Engage through the core. Press the left hip forward, right hip back. The back knee can bend a little bit if you need to. And then roll the shoulders down, but keep the energy up through the fingertips. Breathing out, bring the hands to heart center. We'll come into a twist. Twist the body over to the right knee. Lift up through the core to create space. And then place the left elbow on top of the right knee. Press the palms together so that you can twist your body. Maybe your palms come to the center of your chest. You can keep looking down at your right knee to help you balance, or you can challenge yourself and take your gaze up to the sky. Engage the core, lift up, press down through the legs. Next breath, coming back to the center. Breathe in, reach the arms up, high lunge. Breathe out, warrior 3. Press through that back foot and then come to balance on the right leg. Arms come to either side. Keep the left hip pointing down to the mat. Roll the shoulders back. Lift up through your center. And then breathing out, step back, high lunge. Breathe in, reach the arms up. Breathe out. Take the hands forward as you bring your body down. Sweep the arms back. Pivot through the left foot so now it's parallel with the short side of the mat, warrior 2 position. Breathing in, bring the body up and then sweep the right arm up, reverse warrior. So make sure that your right knee is still pressing outwards and it's not fallen into the center. And you're still lifting up through the core and the right side of your body. Breathing out, straighten through the right leg, reach the right fingertips up and then forward as much as you can. Shift the hips towards the back of the mat, and then right hand can come down to the right shin or to the mat. Left arm reaches up for your triangle pose. See if you can spiral the chest up to the sky even more. Engage through both legs, lift up through the core. And on the next breath, using your core and then firm through your legs, lift your body back up. Arms come to a T. Breathing out, bend the right knee, warrior two. Roll the shoulders back. Nice and relaxing the shoulders. And just make sure here that you have an arch through the spine and sticking your belly out. You want to lengthen through the tailbone and make it compact in the front. On the next breath, reverse triangle. Straighten the right knee, pull up the muscles above the kneecaps, and then sweep the right arm back. Left hand comes to the thigh. And breathing out, half moon. Take the left hand to the hip, right arm reaches forward. And then push with the left foot. Hand can come to the outside of the right foot. I find it easier to balance that way. Keep your head looking down at the top of your mat. And then see if you can spin the left hip and stack it on top of the right. Right leg can bend a little bit if it needs to. And I know this is a really tricky balance. It took me ages to figure this out. So if you're wobbling around, dropping the left leg down, it's okay, it's gonna take time. Think about straightening through that left leg, making it nice and light, and then flexing the foot and pressing the energy through the heel of that left foot. All right, breathing out, come back to warrior two. Set the left foot back, arms to either side. Breathing in, straighten the legs, hands to hips. Take the left foot to the outside of the mat, 45-degree angle. Right foot can also shift to the opposite side, toes pointing to the top. Square off your hips so the hip bones are now pointing to the top of your mat. Lift up through the spine, lift up through your core. Breathing out, pyramid pose. Hinge forward from the hips, leading with your chest. Micro bend in both legs, and legs are engaged. Roll the shoulders back. Nice flat back, so think about extending the tailbone up to the sky. On the next breath, bend the front leg, place the hands on the mat, step back into a high plank. Flow through Vinyasa. You can bring your knees on the mat and then come down to Chaturanga, or you can keep them off. Everything stays in one plank position. Breathing in, upward facing dog. Press through the hands, lift the hips up off the mat, roll the shoulders back. Legs are also engaged here, so lift the knees off the mat. Breathing out, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Ground down through the feet, through the hands, before we come to the second side. All right, on the next breath, float the left leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Keep the left hip pointing down to the mat. Breathing out, knee comes into the chest, shift the weight forward over your hands. Keep the knees lifted as you can. Breathing in, left foot back up, three-legged dog. Breathing out, left knee towards the left armpit. Shift the weight forward. Breathing in, three-legged dog. Breathing out, left knee towards right armpit. Shift the weight forward, scoop up through your core. Breathing in, three-legged dog. Breathing out, left knee into the chest, and then place the foot in between the hands. High lunge. And just make sure that your feet are on two separate lines. It's going to help you balance here. Breathe in, reach the arms up to the sky. Bend through your right knee a little bit if you need to. Press the right hip forward, left hip back, lift up through the core, and long through the tailbone. Reach the arms up. Breathing out, bring the hands to heart center, come into your twist. Right elbow hooks onto the left knee, press the palms together, and see if you can bring the palms to the center of your chest. Look down at your left foot, or look up at the sky for an extra challenge. On the next breath, lift up through your core, come back to the center. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, warrior 3. Come to balance on your left leg. Arms come to either side, roll the shoulders back. Make that right leg, the top leg, nice and light by extending and straightening through the leg. And then breathing out, bring the foot back down, reach the arms up, high lunge. Breathing out, bring the hands and the body forward. And then sweep them back as you pivot through the right foot, warrior 2 position. Breathing in, reverse warrior, sweep the left arm all the way back, bend through the left leg. And breathing out, triangle pose, straighten through the left leg, reach the left fingertips forward, and then shift the hips towards the back of the mat. Left hand comes to the left shin or down to the mat, right arm reaches up to the sky. See if you can find that openness through the chest and through the hips. And the next breath in, lift up through the core, strong through the legs. Come up, arms to a T. And breathing out, warrior 2, bend the left knee. Make sure you're pressing that knee outwards so it's not falling to the center. It's in line with your hips and your toes. Next breath in, straighten through the left leg. Sweep the left arm up, reverse triangle. Keep long through the back of your body and compact through the front. Next breath, right hand comes to the hip, left hand reaches forward, coming into half moon. Push off with your back leg, and then place the left hand down to the mat, sort of to the top and then to the side. Flex through the right foot and try to stack the right hip on top of the left. Lift up through your core. Make that top leg nice and light by engaging and activating the muscles. Nice. And on the next breath, take the right foot back down, warrior 2. Extend the arms out to a T. Breathing in, straighten the legs, take the arms to the hips, and then step the right foot out to the side, left foot to the opposite side, pyramid pose. Hips pointing to the top of the mat, lift up through the spine, engage the core, and then come forward leading from the chest. Micro bend in the legs, try not to lock the knees. Try to lengthen your back by reaching your tailbone up to the sky. And the next breath, hands come down to the mat, step back into your high plank. Flow through your Vinyasa here. Shift the weight forward with the knees on or off the mat, lower down halfway. Elbows stay close to the body. And then breathing in, upward facing dog, pressing the hands open to the chest. And breathing out, lift up from your core. Hips come up, downward facing dog. All right, you can stay in downward facing dog or you can come into a child's pose. Knees wide, tuck the toes. Bring the forehead and the chest down to the mat. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Regain your breath. You might even like to take a little bit of movement here. Alright, if you're in child's pose, we're going to come back up to downward facing dog. Take just another couple of breaths here. We're going to do this whole sequence again, moving a little bit faster this time, but also I'll give you some extra challenges if you're up for it. Otherwise, you can do the exact same sequence as we just did. Alright, next breath. Let's float the right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Breathing out, right knee comes in the chest. Shift the weight forward over your hands. See if you can bring the knee even higher this time. Breathing in, three-legged dog. Breathing out, right knee to right armpit. See if you can get it all the way up into your armpit. Breathing in, three-legged dog. Breathing out, right knee, left armpit. Get it all the way up if you can. Scoop up through the belly. Breathing in, three-legged dog. Breathing out, right knee into the chest. Place the foot in between the hands. High lunge. Breathe in, sweep the arms up. Press the left hip forward. Breathing out, twist. Hands to heart center. Left elbow on right knee. Press the palms together. So if you were looking down at your right foot last time, you might like to try looking up to the sky. And if you were looking at the sky, you might like to extend your arms this time. The elbow stays on the outside of the right knee. And then right arm reaches up. Nice. On the next breath, come back to center, lift up through the core. Breathe and reach the arms up, high lunge. Breathing out, warrior 3. So you can bring your hands to either side, or you can keep them up and extend from fingertips to left toe. Lift up through your core, try to keep that left hip down as well. You notice that you're using your core so much more when you've got your arms extended. Next breath, bring the left foot back down, arms reach up. Breathing out, sweep the arms forward. Pivot through the left foot, warrior 2 position. Breathing in, right arm sweeps back, reverse warrior. Maybe this time you bend a little bit deeper into your right knee. You might even try and make that thigh parallel with the mat. Next breath in, triangle pose. Right hand comes down, straighten through the legs, left arm reaches up. Maybe you take the gaze to the sky this time. If you want that extra challenge, take both arms up overhead. Use your core, engage through the legs. Nice, next breath, coming back up, warrior 2. Bending down through the right knee, a little bit deeper, keep the shoulders relaxed. On the next breath, straighten through the right leg, reverse triangle. Right arm sweeps back. Breathing out, half moon. Right hand comes forward, left hand to hip. Press through the back foot and balance on the right leg. Strong through your supporting leg and light through the top leg by activating your muscles. You can keep your hand on your hip, or if you're comfortable there, you can try and take your left arm up to the sky. Use those muscles to help you balance and stabilize. If you're happy here, you can even try to bend your left leg, grab onto your left foot, and then press your foot into your hand. Open to the chest and the hips. Whichever variation you're taking, just try and stick with it. Figure out what you need to hold on in your body to help you stay upright. Right, next breath, release the foot, step back, warrior 2. Whew, almost there. Breathing in, hands to hips. Take the left foot to the side, right foot to the opposite side. Square off the hips to the top of your mat, pyramid pose. Breathing in, lift up through the spine. Scoop in through the belly. And then breathing out, coming forward, length through the spine, micro bend in the right knee. If you want the challenge, take the arms overhead. Lift up through the core, strong through the legs, and breathe out, hands come down to the mat, step back, high plank, nice job. Flow through your vinyasa here. Chaturanga Dandasana. Breathing in, upward facing dog. Breathing out, lift through the core, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. A couple of breaths before we come to the next side. You're doing really well. One more deep breath. And on the next breath in, float the left leg up to the sky. Breathe out, knee comes into the chest, shift the weight forward, scoop up the belly, press the shoulder blades up to the sky. Breathing in, left leg back. Breathing out, left knee to left armpit, shift the weight forward. See if you can get it all the way up high. Breathing in, three-legged dog. Breathing out, knee crosses over the body to the right armpit, lift up high. Breathe in, three-legged dog. Breathe out, left knee comes into the chest. Place the foot in between the hands. High lunge, breathe in, reach the arms up. Press the right hip forward, left hip back. Breathing out, hands come to heart center and come into your twist. Right elbow on the left knee, press the palms together. So if you were looking down at your foot, maybe this time you take your gaze up to the sky. Or if you were looking at the sky, maybe you extend the arms long. Open to the chest, engage the core, lift up. Next breath, come back to center. Breathe in, reach the arms up. Breathe out, warrior 3. So either hands come to the sides or they stay up. Your choice. Lift up through the core, light through your upper leg, keep the right hip down. And breathe out, coming back into your high lunge, reach the arms up. Breathing out, sweep the arms forward, pivot through the right foot. Breathe in, left arm sweeps back, reverse warrior. Maybe you come down deeper this time. Keep the left knee pressing out. Breathe out, triangle pose, straighten through the left leg, reach the left fingertips forward and down to shin or mat, right arm reaches up. Maybe you look up towards your right hand. If you want the challenge, take the arms over top. Nice and strong here, lift up through the core, lift up through the lower side of the body. And then breathe and use the core to lift yourself up, warrior two. Bend down through the left knee, roll the shoulders back, relax. Breathe in, reverse triangle, straighten through the left leg, sweep the left arm back. And then breathing out, half moon pose. Right hand to right hip, left hand reaches forward, and then balance on that left leg. Open up through the hips, flex through the right foot, send the energy out through the heel. So if you had your hand on your hip, you might like to take it up to the sky this time. See if you can roll your shoulders back. You might even like to grab onto your right foot if you can, and then press the foot into the hands and see if you can open up the shoulders even more from here. Nice. Keep breathing. Extend the right leg out long. Come back to warrior two. Breathe in, extend the legs, hands to hips. Place the right foot to the outside of the mat, left foot to the opposite side, square off the hips. Pyramid pose, lift upwards, and then come forwards. Micro bend in the left knee. Roll the shoulders back. If you want the challenge, take the arms up overhead. Lift up to the core. And then place the hands down on the mat. Come back. High plank. One last vinyasa if you've got it in you. Otherwise, come straight to downward facing dog. Breathing in, up dog. And breathing out, downward facing dog. All right, nice job. Let's bend the knees and come all the way down onto your belly. Just make a pillow with your hands and rest your forehead for a moment. Stay in stillness so you can rock your hips from side to side. Alright, on the next breath, lift the head up. We'll come into a Sphinx pose. So place your elbows underneath the shoulders, fingers spread wide, and place the palms to the outside corners of your mat. Breathe in, roll the shoulders back, press the forearms down into the mat, and then pull them towards your body so that it's like you're peeking out through a window. You'll find that it opens your chest up even more. Try and find a position where you can find a really nice stretch through the front side of your body. And just breathe here. Stretching it all out after we've worked so hard on the core. One more breath here. And on the next breath, come back down. Place the hands underneath the head. Take a moment here. And on the next breath, just roll yourself over to lie on your back. Any way that you want to get there. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. And then take your legs up high, hands come to either side. Give them a shake, nice and loose. And you can either stay here or you can come into a plow pose. So keep your gaze looking up to the sky so your neck is nice and straight. And then just take your feet, support your lower back, overhead. Your feet might touch the ground or they might not. If not, just let them float there, that's totally fine. You might even like to bend the knees to the sides of your ears. Just take a few breaths here. Round through your spine. Support your lower back with your hands. And whenever you're ready, using your core, supporting your lower back, slowly roll yourself back down from the top of your spine all the way down to the base. Hug your knees into your chest. And then extend the legs out long, coming into Savasana. Legs come to the outside edges of your mat. Hands come to either side. Palms facing up. Close down your eyes. Take a couple of deep breaths here and sigh out through your mouth just to let go of any last bits of tension that you might be holding on to. So empty your lungs first. And then deep breath in. Sigh out through your mouth. Letting it all go. Deep breath in. Sigh out through your mouth. Let it all go. Find relaxation here. And very slowly start to bring your awareness back if your mind has drifted off. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Roll your ankles and wrists. Take a deep inhale, raise the arms overhead. One last stretch from fingertips to toes. And breathing out, rolling over to your favorite side, making yourself as small as possible, resting your head on your hands. Just taking a moment to soak in the effects of your practice today. And then slowly make your way back up to a seated position. Keep your eyes closed if you can. Find a comfortable seat. Bring your hands to your heart center and press your thumbs against your heart. Ground down through your sit bones. Relax your knees down. Lift up through your spine. And then roll the shoulders back and down. Lift up through the crown of your head. And just take a moment to thank yourself for showing up to your practice today and for putting in all that work. You did such an amazing job. Slowly blink open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you enjoyed that nice flow. I definitely worked up a bit of a sweat there. If you liked it, let me know in the comments below and give this video a thumbs up. And make sure to subscribe. I will see you back here on the mat next time. Namaste.